So you get home from work, you're exhausted, you have dinner, and you're planning to spend 2, 3 hours evening after dinner working on your YouTube channel. But of course, you're exhausted, you just eat a bunch of carbs, you sit down with every intention of recording a video, working on your script, and then suddenly you end up watching Netflix or watching YouTube videos on how to be a good YouTuber, telling yourself that you're not procrastinating even though you actually are. And then by the time you keep doing that, even though you know you should be writing your script, working on a thumbnail, or recording a video, and then about an hour and a half goes by and you only have 1 to 2 hours left in the day, it's like, oh, I don't have enough time to get anything productive done. I'll just make notes and write a plan. Well, since I'm not actually recording tonight, I'll go grab some beers and maybe grab a fast food meal on the way home. So you go out, you get your beer, you come back, and then you start watching YouTube videos on how to do YouTube, and you think you're being productive, and you're not. And you do that every single night, nothing happens. Your YouTube channel doesn't grow. You're constantly working on YouTube, and you're not growing your channel. You're not producing the content that you need to produce. And that was my life for 8 years. And this channel is dedicated to helping you guys solve that problem, because that's the problem that I solved. And I solved that problem, and I was able to monetize my second YouTube channel a second time in about 100 days. And I did it with only like 20 videos. I'll link my channels in the description so you know I'm not making this up. Because this channel is brand new. I think it only has like 2 subscribers, and that's fine because I know what I'm doing this time. But we got to solve this particular problem. We need to stop wasting your evenings, right? Like, you're at work and you have every intention of working on YouTube when you get home, but you don't. After dinner, it's just, oh, I don't want to. And you know, guys, I've been there. I felt those feelings. I actually feel those feelings right now in this moment. You know, I used to binge eat fast food and drink beer and watch Netflix as a form of relaxation every evening instead of working on my channel when I said I would. And the feelings of stress and anxiety and overwhelm and tiredness and exhaustion from work that propelled me to do those things are the same feelings that I feel right now in this moment when I'm actually doing what I said I was going to do. I feel the exact same way right now. Behind my eyes in this moment right now, it hurts, okay? The back of my eyes hurt. I have brain fog. I don't feel like doing this. I want to go to sleep. I just want to go to tip right now. It's 10 a.m. in the morning. I had every intention of getting a good night's sleep last night, but I didn't. I tossed and turned for like 3 hours, didn't get a good sleep, and yet I went to the gym anyways, did a bunch of work, and now I'm here recording my YouTube video, putting in the work, even though I don't feel like it. Whereas before, about 3 years ago, I just quit. I just give up, take a nap, go watch Netflix, eat fast food, relax. And now, instead of doing that, I'm here doing what I said I was going to do. So how did I get here? How did I transform myself to stop procrastinating and medicating with fast food and beer into actually being able to do the work even when I don't feel like it? Well, it's a couple really, really important things. First off is clarity. You're going to need a good strategy. And then at the end of the video, we're also going to talk about health, because this is very, very important. The first thing that I want to give to you guys is something I learned from Hamza, is when you eat a lot of carbs, you just get tired. Your body takes the energy from your brain, it puts it into your stomach to digest the food and the carbs. And so one of the reasons that it's easier for me to do this right now is because I'm on an empty stomach. I'm fasting until later today when my work is done. Now, depending on your schedule, you might not be able to do that. I understand. But you might want to consider scheduling an hour or two of productive work for YouTube before your dinner. Say you had lunch at like 12 when you're at your job, and then you get home at like 4. Instead of eating dinner right away and then working on your YouTube channel, you might want to consider flipping that around. because I find that I'm much more able to do the work even when I'm tired if I'm on an empty stomach. So the first tip I'll give you is try working on your YouTube channel before dinner. If you can push it back, that might actually work for you. And then you can watch Netflix while you eat dinner, which is fine, right? So instead of eating dinner, filling your stomach up with all these carbs, and then getting tired after, and then watching Netflix instead of doing YouTube, have an empty stomach, do YouTube, and then watch Netflix while you do dinner. You can do the same thing, but it's the order of operations. You do the hard work you don't want to do first, and then you eat. That's been super, super beneficial for me. Another thing that is important is clarity. You don't want to show up to work for that 2-hour window that you have. You don't want to show up to work on your YouTube channel for those 2 hours without a plan. What are you going? You should not just write down work on YouTube in your calendar. That's a recipe for disaster. Never worked for me, probably will never work for you. What you want to do is write out research titles, research thumbnails, record video, write outline. You want to be specific in the kind of work that you're doing. If you only have 1 to 2 hours a night, you need to maximize it. And one of the ways to maximize it is to very clearly decide what you're going to do beforehand. Even if you're at work on your lunch break, write out precisely what you should be doing. Or after your work session the night before, write out how you're going to work off of what you just did the next day, so that when you sit down to work, it's very, very clear right away. Now, excuse me, I'm going to check my notes real quick to make sure I didn't forget anything. No, I'm on track. That's fine. Yeah, because basically, you need to create this clarity. That way, if it's as simple as pick up sticky note, draw a smiley face, I drew a frowny face instead. I'm tired as heck. I'm exhausted. I don't want to be here. I love being here. I love being with you guys. But, I'm doing this work even when I don't feel like it. Frowny face. But when it's so clear, it just makes the path forward that much easier. And then you can implement the 5-second rule. And just do, I am going to begin doing X task clearly in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then you start typing on your script, or you start organizing things, or you start recording. In the age of AI in video editors like CapCut and Premiere Pro, there's no reason for you to not just hit the record button, blab for a little bit, and get yourself in the motions, and then start your video. You can cut that beginning part out really, really quickly. Super easy, right? Now, yeah. So basically, the moral of the story is F your mood and follow the plan. But how did I get out of medicating and needing all of these things as a form of procrastination to feel good about the stress that I was self-imposing on myself, right? Because we want to be a YouTuber, and then you put all this pressure on yourself to perform, but then you end up having to medicate for the pressure that you put on yourself. And so it's kind of like you put this high standard on yourself, and it's like, oh, I feel bad because I put a high standard on myself. I need to now procrastinate and eat junk food in order to feel better about the fact that I'm not doing the standard that no one else is telling me to do. I'm telling me to do this. It's this very strange cycle. And first aspect of it is understanding that you are actually a limited being and you're not infinite. Now, when you start implementing the hacks I'm going to give you in about 2 to 3 minutes, you will start to feel infinite, but the wall is still there. You just pushed it out with science. But growing and learning takes time. It takes brain power to be creative. And so when you come home from work and you've already worked an 8-hour day, and maybe you're disciplined and you went to the gym before work, it's okay to recognize that, oh my God, I'm exhausted, right? That's okay. There's nothing wrong with you. You're human. When you start doing something new that you're not very good at, and you have to learn all of this stuff, it's okay to feel stressed. It's okay to be exhausted. What you do is you simplify and clarify. today I am going to practice using Premiere Pro, or I am going to record a mock-up video, just me talking, so that I can practice editing in Premiere Pro and using the new AI feature that will allow me to edit super, super fast. You want to be specific so that when you show up for that hour, it's easier to do. And now when it comes to health and food, I find that having good sleep is very, very important. And if this is your dream, you might have to sacrifice playing video games until 12 at night. You might have to sacrifice binge watching Netflix and YouTube tutorials until 12 at night. Go to bed earlier and get that sleep. Your brain will be so much better off and it will thank you. Number 2 is eat better quality food and go to the gym and drink your water. And I'm not saying you should never drink alcohol, but you should definitely not drink alcohol, even in moderation. Obviously, I don't encourage you to drink too much alcohol, but even if you're a moderate drinker like I am now, 2 drinks, 3 drinks, or, keeping it light, your performance is still going to be bad the next day. Your sleep is still going to be subpar, and you're still going to be extra tired, and you're still going to have extra brain fog. And so do not drink alcohol, even in moderation, the day before you have a bunch of stuff to do. If you're going to drink alcohol, it's up to you. It's not optimal. It's not healthy. And you'd definitely be better off without it. But if you're going to have a little bit, have a little bit of a social life, plan that for the night before your rest day. And so, for example, if Sunday is your rest day and you're not going to do any work on Sunday, plan to drink alcohol the night before, because at least then you can sleep it off Sunday morning and you have all day Sunday to laze around and relax and get over it. Even though technically it probably still wouldn't be optimal on Monday, but at least don't drink alcohol the night before you have all of this work planned. It doesn't work. It's not, it doesn't work. You're going to be too tired, and especially if you already work and you go to work, you can't get rid of your job. So you need to start substituting the things that you do outside of work for doing the things that will actually get you the results on your YouTube channel. And a lot of times, being productive as a new creator, a lot of it has to do with your health and just getting better sleep and just eating some vegetables or taking a multivitamin instead of drinking alcohol. Substitute McDonald's for eggs. You need to control your health, because your body is a machine and it's only going to run as good as what you put into it. And so it's not a coincidence that I started my ability to produce content skyrocketed after I started taking care of my health. I started losing weight. I started going to the gym every day. And I started not drinking alcohol before the days where I was going to work, right? I'll drink alcohol a little bit before a rest day. But even then, I try not to, because I want the rest day to actually be restful instead of just recovering from the alcohol. I want to recover from work and build up my energy stores so that I can work more Monday instead of just trying to get back to baseline from drinking alcohol. And so even then, I try to keep it super, super minimal, because again, it's just not optimal, right? And so those are the main things that I would say made all of the difference for me. And it sounds super simple, but I promise you it's super effective. You keep it specific. You don't just write down in your calendar, I'm just going to vaguely work on my YouTube channel tonight after work. It's no. It's from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m., I will specifically use ChatGPT to research these videos and come up with 2 titles, finalize those titles, and begin working on my outline. Be specific. Because that way, even when you're tired, you can still follow a simple plan. It's when it's all vague that the overwhelm starts to set in. And overwhelm plus already being tired from work equals too much stress, which then turns into procrastination disguised as productivity in the form of just watching YouTube videos when you should actually be making YouTube. And so if that's you right now, this is what I want you to do. I want you to figure out where you are in the YouTube process. Are you, and this is the process, it's really quickly. You choose a topic, you choose your title, so you make your thumbnail, and then you write your hook, then you write an outline, and then you record, then you edit, then you publish. Where are you in that? Write down one simple thing that you can do right now. Is it write out a title? Is it take a screenshot of your competitor's channel and then give it to ChatGPT and ask it to come up with video ideas based on their most popular videos? By the way, you should do that. That's very useful. Write it out simply. And do the 5-second rule. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, and also, just thought of this now, close all of your tabs. Only have 2 tabs open at a time. Trust me, it's a very subtle but useful hack for getting in the flow state. Only have maximum 2 tabs open. I just have my notes here and my calendar, and that's it. I don't have all of my research open. I don't have my other notes open. I don't have my YouTube channel up. Nothing. Only 2 tabs. And so if you're looking for more guidance on exactly how do you make your YouTube videos in an effective, lazy way, you should watch this video right here. It's a 4-hour step-by-step guide on exactly how I make my YouTube videos, the same kind of videos that got me monetized a second time in only 100 days. I'll see you there. Check out this video, and that'll be it.